Namaste, hello, and welcome back to EcoConsciousness. My name is Bonnie, and today's video is going to be about my TBR for February 2026. So do please join me further in this video. Welcome back. So now let's start off with what's on my TBR. So the first two books which are on my TBR is a duology, and this is a dystopian duology. This was suggested by Macy from the Brightside Girl in one of her readathons, which is Hikeathon, which usually takes place during the summer season. And this is a Soyoung Park's thriller, and it's a dystopian thriller. And I'm really excited about this because I've not really got to this book completely. So I have read probably a bit of it, but I could not finish it, so I will try to get through both the books this time. So the synopsis from the back reads as, how far would you go to escape the cold? Raised in a climate-ravaged, frozen world, every day is a struggle for survival. For Chobin, her only solace comes in the form of 24-hour reality television shows streamed directly from the SnowGlobe, the climate-controlled domed city at the heart of our world and the only warm place left on the planet. But her life changes in an instant when she is visited by two strangers from SnowGlobe who deliver earth-shattering news. Go Harry, SnowGlobe's biggest star, has died, and because Chobham's striking resemblance to her, she's been chosen to take her place. Outside SnowGlobe, life is a daily battle for survival, but inside, the war for ratings is even deadlier. So that sounds very interesting. And following this up, the second part, the synopsis reads as, Chobham's life inside SnowGlobe, the climate-controlled dome city and the only warm place left on the planet, should have been a dream. But the reality was far from perfect. The Ubahim Media Corporation will do anything to hide their secret, the dark truth behind SnowGlobe's signature warmth, and when footage emerges of Chobham committing a murder, she knows they're not finished with her yet. The only person who can help is Bonny I, the disgraced Yuban heir. He knows better than anyone that enemies exist everywhere. Sometimes you can't even trust yourself. The heat is rising, and with the soaring temperatures come new secrets and new lies. So this sounds really action-packed. So quite excited to dig into that one. Now, the next book that I have is a middle grade, and it's Alone by Megan E. Freeman. And I believe this is all written in prose, and it's a survival book. So the synopsis reads as, what's the worst you could imagine? When 12-year-old Maddie's scheme for a secret sleepover with her two best friends goes awry, she ends up waking up to a nightmare. She is utterly alone, left behind in a town that has been mysteriously evacuated and abandoned. With no one to rely on, no power, and no working phone lines or internet access, Maddie must somehow survive on her own. Her only companion are a Rottweiler named George and all the books she can read. As the months pass, she escapes natural disasters, looters, and wild animals, but the crushing loneliness she feels is a constant companion. Can Maddie's will to survive carry her through the most frightening experience of her life? So very interesting, and let's see how that goes. My next book is Anna Kavan's Ice. Now, I don't know much about this book, but the synopsis reads as, no sun, no shadows, no life, a dead cold. No one knows why the ice has come, and no one can stop it. Every day it creeps further across the earth, covering the land in snow and freezing everything in its path. Through this bleached, devastated world, one man pursues the sylph-like, silver-haired girl he loves as she keeps running away from her husband, away from the sinister warden who seeks to control her, away from him. A raw, brutal tale set in a frozen post-nuclear dystopia. So this is dystopian as well, of course. I never knew that. And I believe it's an Ice Age dystopian world. So let's see how that goes. quite an interesting plot. And my next read will be a graphic novel called Fear and the Last Snow Deer by Eilish Fisher, and I absolutely love this graphic novel. I did read this first for Dark December on one of my other channels, Papyrus and Parchment. There was a readathon called Dark December, which was hosted by Luna from Cottage Goth library, and I'll leave a link to the announcement video and my TBR video for that particular readathon. And I did get this a little later, but then I could not really talk about this book because I could not make a video on time, but it actually is a very beautiful novel about this girl who is born alongside a snow deer, and they are in the realms or in the region where vegetation is sparse, as well as food is scarce, and they have to go and hunt. And thing is that it is believed in a prophecy that the last snow deer is the deer which needs to be sacrificed, and everything which is connected to that snow deer also needs to be sacrificed to ensure that the climate turns around and food and vegetation start their growth in that particular region. And that implies that our protagonist, as well as her dearest snow deer, who is her constant companion since birth, have to be sacrificed somehow. So they escape and go and try and search for the deer mother. So the entire journey is what makes this graphic novel very interesting, and this is all set in the snow, and it's got really very different illustrations from what I've ever seen in graphic novels. And let me try and see if I can get the illustrations out. Yes, that is what it looks like, but it's actually a very beautiful book, and this will be a reread for me, so looking forward to it. And the last book on my TBR is Echo by Thomas Olde Heuvelt. I hope I'm pronouncing that correct. So this is the book, and this is very interesting because this is about two mountain trekkers who go to a mountain and they climb, and then somehow there's an accident and only one survives, and he seems to have an amnesia, the other one dies, and the one who survives has to go back to the same mountain to try and find out why he has amnesia and what had exactly happened, because of which he lost his partner. So from the back, or from the synopsis, it reads as: travel journalist and mountaineer Nick Grevers awakes from a coma to find that his climbing buddy Augustine is missing and presumed dead. Nick's own injuries are as extensive as they are horrifying. His face wrapped in bandages and unable to speak, Nick claims amnesia, but he remembers everything. Okay, now this is interesting because I knew that he had amnesia. He remembers how he and Augustine were mysteriously drawn to the Maudit, a remote and scarcely documented peak in the Swiss Alps. He remembers how the slopes of the Maudit were eerily quiet, and how they had entered its valley. They got the ominous sense that they were not alone. He remembers something was waiting for them. American student Sam Avery wants to be glad that Nick is just alive and coming home. A long rehabilitation awaits, but the accident has stirred up memories that Sam thought were long buried, and he soon realizes that it isn't just the trauma of the accident that haunts Nick. Something has awakened inside of him, something that endangers the lives of everyone around him. Dutch writer Thomas Olde I still can't pronounce his name correct. Heuvelt is a Hugo Award winner and has been hailed as the future of speculative fiction in Europe. And his works uniquely combines the popular culture and fairy tale myth, and is unique, utterly unique. So I believe we can expect myth as well as hiking, as well as trekking, and lots of mountain exploration and activity, and a mystery as well. So really looking forward to that. So those are some of the books that I plan on reading, and I hope I'll be able to get that done in time. And do let me know what you think about them, and if you have read any of these books, or if they look interesting enough for you to buddy read them with me, just let me know. Drop a comment in the comment section below, and I'll definitely get back to you. And in general, if you appreciate this video, do please leave a like and comment, and don't forget to subscribe. And also, in case if there is any criticism or anything which you would like to critique about this video, do please leave that in the comment section below. I will take that positively as well, and try and improve. So that's all I have for you today. I will see you very soon, and till then, take care, have a good reading week ahead, and namaste.